That's certainly an important part of Grover's Corners. It's not a hilltop, a windy hilltop. Lots of sky, lots of clouds, often lots of sun and moon and stars.
You come up here on a fine afternoon, you can see range on range of hills. Awful blue they are up by Lake Sunapee and Lake Winnipesaukee. And way up, if you've got a glass, you can see the White Mountains of Mount Washington, where Conway and North Conway is. Of course, our favorite mountain, Mount Monadnock, is right here. And all these towns that lie around it, Joffrey and East Joffrey and Peterborough and Dublin, and there, quite a ways down, is Grover's Corners.
Yes, beautiful spot up here, Mount Laurel and lilacs. I often wonder why people like to be buried in Woodlawn and Brooklyn when they might pass the same time up here in New Hampshire.
Over there are the old stones, 1670, 1680.
Yes, there's been some strong-minded people that would come a long way to be independent. Summer people would walk around there, always laughing at the funny words on the tombstones, but it don't do any harm. And genealogists come up from Boston getting paid by the city people for looking up their ancestors. They want to make sure that they're the daughters of the American Revolution and of the Mayflower. Well, I guess that don't do any harm either. Wherever you come near the human race, there's layers and layers of nonsense. Over here are some Civil War veterans. Iron flags on their graves. New Hampshire boys. They had a notion that the Union ought to be kept together, even though they'd never seen more than 50 miles of it themselves. All they knew was the name, friends. The United States of America. The United States of America. And they went and died about it. This here's the new part of the cemetery. Here's your friend Mrs. Gibbs. Let me see. Here's Mr. Stimson, organist of the Congregational Church. And Mrs. Soames, who enjoyed the wedding so, you all remember. And Editor Webb's boy, Wallace, whose appendix burst while he was on a Boy Scout trip to Crawford Notch. And a whole lot of others. Yes, an awful lot of sorrow sort of quieted down up here. People just wild with grief that brought their relatives up to this hill. We all know how it is. And then time, sunny days, rainy days, and snow. We're all glad they're in a beautiful place, and we're coming up here ourselves when our fit's over. Now there's something that we all know, but we don't take them out and look at them very often. We all know that something is eternal, and it ain't the houses you live in, and it ain't the names your parents gave you, and it ain't the earth, and it ain't even the stars. Everyone knows in their bones that something is eternal, and that something has to do with human beings. All of the greatest people who have ever lived have been telling us that for the last 5,000 years, and yet you'd be surprised how people are always losing hold of it. There's something way down deep that's eternal about every human being. Now, you all know as well as I do, the dead don't stay interested in us living people for very long. Gradually and gradually, they lose hold of the earth, and the ambitions they had, and the pleasures they had, and the things that they suffered, and the people that they loved. They get weaned away from the earth. That's the way I put it. Weaned away. And they stay here while the earth part of them burns away. Burns out. And all that time, they slowly get indifferent to what's going on in Grover's Corners. They're waiting. They're waiting for something that they feel is coming. Something important and great. Aren't they waiting for the eternal part in them to come out clear?